Let's go to Mike in Jersey. You're on the air, Mike.
Alex, big time, long-time listener, first-time caller. I appreciate everything you're doing. Two things. Number one, we need to wake the people up in the northeast of the United States. You've penetrated all the other parts of the country pretty much, except for Southern California and Northeast, and I'm doing my best to get you out there, but we need to get you on some radio stations out here besides the Coast to Coast to get your message across. Number two, just got done reading Seeds of Deception by Jeffrey M. Smith. Book totally changed my life, enlightened me.
Well, I mean, he doesn't want to get sued, so it's a textbook with all their own documents.
And
I mean, it's what they say.
Yeah, it's such an easy read, but yet when you hear about the problems with Arpad Pusztai and Shapira and what they went through, I can't believe that people don't realize the nutricide that's going on. I would love for you to take 5 days. If you
you just mentioned scientists who were making millions a year running giant firms and said, my God, half the rats are dying. This is deadly. And they said, shut up. It goes to the people.
Right, between the new leaf potatoes and the Flavor Saver tomatoes. Are you kidding me? Yeah, 40% of the rats died. Let's go ahead and approve it.
Well, more than that. Well, 40 died pretty much immediately. The others had degenerative, and it reduced their lifespans by half. I'm going from memory. So that's basically a soft kill weapon.
Right, and they had the lesions in the stomach. What I would love for you to do, if you can...
Which they now call Crohn's. Everybody's getting Crohn's.
Right. If you could have 5 days with the Nutricide side of it, with Dr. Rima Leibo, maybe Dr. Jeffrey M. Smith, maybe having the Mike Ranger back on, 5 days of the Nutricide aspect of it, because I really think, besides they're coming from all different fronts, the food aspect is going to be the most important, because if they can damage us from the inside, we're not going to be able to fight from the outside.
I agree. In fact, since you mentioned that, I appreciate your call. Guys, give me a document cam shot, please. I want to show prisonplanet.tv viewers this, but for radio listeners, just go to the search engine and type in Poison and Progress, Wall Street Journal. And this is talking about terrorists and criminals, how they can put soft kill chemicals into your food and kill you months, if not years. Like one way they've been thousands of murders that's come out in the last few decades, mainly women. Women like to poison in criminology. Men do it too, but men generally kill people more often than women. It's many times more often. But women generally poison. And it talks about that, and they slowly put small amounts of antifreeze in your drinks. You can't taste it. It's actually sweet. Poison and Progress. Modern science race to stay ahead of global terrorists and political assassins began with some devious poisoners in the 19th and early 20th centuries. My guess was one of the most successful poison killers to belong to the era historians call the golden age of poisoning. And it goes into how a woman would put something in your beer that would kill you a month later. And thus began a deadly cat and mouse game. In 2005, the National Academy of Sciences warned the U.S. milk supply was a vulnerable target. Folks, the FDA, everybody's dying in China, dying here. So they just said, you know what? We're not going to get the melamine, the liquid plastic out of your food that destroys your kidneys and liver. We're just going to say in small amounts it's okay, but it's cumulative and it's in 90%. In fact, people won't believe it. Google, 90% of formula had melamine. Give me that for viewers. People won't believe it until they see it. And then the FDA says melamine not bad for you. So just like they say mercury's not bad now. Oh, you found out we're putting mercury in it. Oh, it's not bad. It's good. Oh, you found out melamine's killing people? Don't listen to the Chinese with thousands dying. No, it's good for your baby. There you go. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, little baby. La, la, la. Take your mercury shot. Eat your Monsanto corn too. You'll be brain damaged and you won't be able to think. But that's what we do because we love you. Yeah, Health Ranger article came up. That was actually in the Associated Press. 90% of U.S. infant formula may be contaminated with melamine. FDA abruptly declares chemicals safe for babies. But people won't believe Mike Adams. Give me an AP. FDA says melamine not harmful. And then go research melamine. I mean, this is the information we know every day. I have to sit here and know this. and then have the mainstream media who thinks they're part of the system go along with it and think that we're lying about this. Let's go to Annie in New York. Annie, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Thank you, Alex. This is quick, and it was for Mike Adams, but as you know, here in New York, we had the State Health Commissioner, Richard Daines, level a decree that all healthcare workers get, the flu shot or be fired, and that he backed down the very day that it was revealed that his wife and daughter both worked at Goldman Sachs, which brokered billions of dollars in deals for vaccine makers.
Oh, it's always Goldman Sachs. Oh, it's unbelievable. Go ahead.
And so how do we, how do we bring these people to justice?
They are. Hitler was evil. Stalin was evil. Mao was evil. Julius Caesar was evil. I mean, people can't believe evil crazies get in control. They think it's funny. Rick Perry's party got massive money from Merck to say girls must take Gardasil. Then the deaths started mounting everywhere, and they had to back out. I mean, they're killing us, folks. And the average cowardly person just can't believe it. I mean, they just can't believe. I mean, I tell reporters that Cass Sunstein is calling for restricting the First Amendment, and they just don't believe it. I talk to reporters every week. I talked to like 4 or 5 newspaper magazine reporters in the last week, and just none of them can get it. They just cannot get it. They know the government's corrupt, though they'll admit that, but they just can't get it. They can't get it. They don't want to get it. Don't they love their children enough to check into the claims I'm making?
Well, you know what, Alex? I think they've put their fingers in too many pies, or, there are too many holes in the dike. The money's running out. The people are losing their sense of humor. They'll figure it out once, like all of these investments of the people's money in New York, the retirement funds, with thieves like Goldman Sachs.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting emails every day, and I see articles every day going, Alex, I heard you 5 years ago say they changed the law to take pension funds. I didn't believe you. They just took mine. Oh, you're all people out there in denial. You're going to find out real good. We could have stopped them earlier, but it's going to get real painful now because you didn't wake up. Now, if we wake up now, we can stop a lot of the pain, but it's only going to get worse and worse and worse if people don't find their guts again and get angry and get focused and say, no, no, no. Annie, I appreciate your call. I am really wound up today. We're the same people. And all these other people saying, oh, no, so it kills the rats, eat it. Oh, so melamine's killing people. That's not bad. And mercury's not bad, it's good. And fluoride's in your water. And every time I talk to a reporter, they laugh at me and go, Dr. Strangelove made fun of people that think the water's poison. You're Jack T. Ripper. You want to nuke everyone. I'm like, no, all these top scientists and the head of the EPA's union. In fact, I keep saying, get him. Can somebody email me? Because I've told my producers, and it just didn't happen because they're overworked, doing a great job. But I had him on about 2 years ago. It was big news. Let's try to Google it right now. EPA scientists send letter to their bosses saying, take fluoride out. EPA scientists send letter to bosses on fluoride. Try that. And it was over 90%. I remember they got most of the scientists. It was I want to say it was thousands, but this is 2 years ago. I want to check it. And I've had these scientists on, toxicologists, you name it, and they're like, oh my God, yes, we didn't know when I was going to college that we thought it was just calcium fluoride for your teeth. They call it fluoride. It's hundreds of chemicals under that name that's deadly. And they won't get it out of my water in Austin. Even if I drink filtered water, the showers have it. Fluoride's one of the smallest particles on the periodic table. It goes through almost everything. Again, they're playing God with everyone. Oh, but Bill Gates wants to help us with the vaccines. Oh, yes, he does. Oh, he wouldn't want to hurt us. Jonathan in Kansas, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yes, would you mind if I got into some propaganda placement?
Sure.
Yeah, so I checked out that game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And
where they teach you to be the government and stage false flag attacks?
Yes, well, that and multiplayer, they have you using AC-130s, Predator drones, and if you kill enough certain amount of people, you get titled genocidal. If you kill, you get also titles saying dictator, and you get to be a riot too. You get a riot shield, and if you kill people with the riot shield, it's called riot control. You get points from that.
And this is how they're yes, I've seen it. I think I meant to play video of it a month ago when it came out and sold $500 million worth in a week or something. Or I think it's even more than that now. Bigger than any movie, bigger than Avatar. And the whole thing is simulating killing your fellow humans, and all the studies show until you don't mind seeing dead humans. That's why people see a puppy dog getting hurt, there's outrage, tens of thousands of phone calls, freakouts, because we haven't dehumanized animals yet. We haven't been desensitized to kill animals. And so they put our normal paternal, maternal, fraternal instinct onto animals. That's the eugenesis model, but then not on humans. I appreciate your call. Okay, here it is. Organic Consumers Association. EPA scientists and workers call for an end to water fluoridation because of cancer risk. August 30th, 2005.